Star Wars. Are Jedi allowed to have sex? When it comes to permissible sexual activities for Jedi, the answer isn't nearly as sex negative as you'd think. Let's check out this article. Before we do, if you want to support my work, you can support it at collegeofthedead.com. You can get a copy of College of the Dead Graduation Day, full color, 48 pages, an ongoing zombie apocalypse graphic novel series. And you can sign up at epicmermaids.com for The Mermaids, an epic mermaid fantasy Game of Thrones with mermaids style ongoing graphic novel series. Let's get back to the article. All right. The world of Star Wars is built upon space mythology more than science fiction. The plausibly complex doctrine of the Jedi and the Sith is one of the reasons the franchise rings so true for many fans, why it seems so real. The Jedi have their own code, their own creed, and their own enumerated teachings and maxims. Not at all unlike a religion. Yeah, it is sort of like religion-ish. Most of it amounts to good advice and even better motivation for fantasy storytelling. However, one particular and misunderstood tenet of the light side, the prohibition on personal relationships, has received an outsized share of attention and weighed down the entire prequel trilogy. But make no mistake, Jedi can and do have sex. This is where it gets interesting. George Lucas didn't want to invent a new religion with the Force. Maybe. He wanted to create an allegory that would explain the presence and function of religion in our lives. To do that, he drew from parts of Christianity, Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism, Greek mythology, and philosophy that interested him the most. Thus, Star Wars is a saga that trades in a pretty sprawling marketplace of ideas. Among them is Lucas's fascination with our dependence on technology, as well as the push and pull between good and evil, and whether we can really trust the voice of our own conscience. Well, if not, who else are you going to trust? But Lucas has also acknowledged that his writing provides a fairly thin basis on which to establish an entire faith. Unlike most religions, he didn't set out to construct an origin story for the human race or life itself. Instead, he reinterpreted existing myths to interrogate human behavior. Temptation is a prominent theme in Star Wars and in both Eastern and Western religions. For the most part, Lucas focuses on the temptation toward evil or self-interest in contrast to the willpower necessary to remain selfless and in service of the greater good. Also creates a basic structure in society, because if you keep your commitments, family and personal and business and all that, then society can continue. But if people can't rely on each other, society can't really continue so well, can it? Most faiths also apply the concept of temptation to sexuality and have strictly defined rules pertaining to sexual activity for both clergy and lay people. In ordaining a lifestyle for the Jedi, Lucas chose something that at first glance appears to have been inspired by the vows of Christian or Buddhist monks. Jedi meditate. They eschew material things. They're honest, patient, and self-sacrificing. And like the monks, they're forbidden from having romantic relationships. However, that ban has everything to do with the hazards of the job and little to do with the Force's or Lucas's sex-negative attitudes. The director has on occasions confirmed that the Jedi were not expected to be celibate, but were expected to abstain from forming strong personal attachments to other beings. So the Jedi will party. In Lucas's words, it's possessive relationships that cloud the judgment of a Jedi. As was... Baby, I'm a Jedi. I can't be in a possessive relationship. You just got to give it up and I got to do what I got to do. All right, I'm a Jedi. Hey, if it works, it works. As was the case with Anakin and Padme. Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman's lackluster chemistry and stilted performances aside, episodes 2 and 3 largely flounder because their secret courtship and marriage doomed the trilogy's protagonists on what seems like a technicality. According to the letter of Jedi law, Anakin was free to engage in a physical relationship with Padme, as long as he didn't allow his affection for her to supersede his broader commitment to the galaxy. When you're married to the galaxy, girl, that's got to come first. His fall to the dark side became inevitable the moment he viewed her as an object he was afraid to lose. Interesting. Yeah, that will haunt you. You can't be afraid to lose things. Sometimes they got to move on in life. And if you are afraid to lose and you hold on too tightly, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose control. There's a song like that. Had they been able to maintain a friendship with benefits, the Jedi Order would have had no objections. Are you hitting it and quitting it? Or are you taking things too serious? The Jedi need to know. The two couldn't have even freely expressed their love for each other, and love and compassion are among the Jedi's 16 teachings. Anakin wasn't the only Jedi to take a lover. The lore is littered with entanglements, in no small part because Star Wars frequently uses romance as a subplot. Neither Han and Leia nor Rey and Kylo Ren had to fret about adhering to the protocol, as they were only loosely associated with the old ways. The expanded universe, the animated series, video games, and even some Disney canon books are another story. Obi-Wan fell in love with his fellow apprentice, Siri Tachi, but the couple eventually fessed up to the council and separated. In the Clone Wars era, he made mistakes similar to Anakin's with his strong attachment to Satine Kryze, eventual Duchess of Mandalore. Qui-Gon Jinn had Tal. Quinlan Vos, Kira, Etain, Tur Muklan, and Revan were given romantic partners as plot wrenches. Hey, everybody needs a plot wrench every now and then. The most consequential Jedi relationship besides that of Anakin and Padme is Luke Skywalker's with Mara Jade. The character is introduced in Timothy Zahn's Heir to the Empire and reappears throughout a significant number of books and video games as Luke's wife and mother to their son Ben. Many fans lament that their marriage didn't become part of the sequel trilogy, as it's some of the richest and most nuanced character-based storytelling in all of Star Wars. But in a galaxy far away, as in life, simple mortality is anything but when it comes to matters of the heart and the libido. Fascinating. Do you think the Jedi are allowed to have sex? Apparently the answer is yes. They just have to hit it and quit it and not catch feelings. Let me know what you think about Jedi and them getting down and doing stuff in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. If you want to support my work, you can do it at collegeofthedead.com. You can pick up a copy of College of the Dead Graduation Day, the ongoing zombie apocalypse series. And you can sign up for the mermaids at the email list, epicmermaids.com. It's like Game of Thrones with mermaids. You'll definitely like it. I'll see you again soon with another video, and if I don't see you, I will miss you.